Hi, this is KV, and this is the Moon Phase Report for March 27, 2013. This will be the reading for Gemini. Okay, so you guys, right now you are very much focused on kind of where you're at right now is very much kind of like realizing the importance of friends, but what's birthing that sort of thing is this other thing that is really asking you to figure out ways to have more joy in your life and wanting to just be more happy and like, you know, feeling like you're not doing enough and you haven't figured out what you're supposed to do, and there's a frustration there. You know, there's still like this fogginess of what is it, because basically how this is tied together, because it's in a really transformative T-square with Pluto, but the whole point is that it does relate to your value system. So you're like, you know, really questioning how to have more value in your life, but even like not so much that, because there's also a really big influence. It's on you giving value to other people's lives. So you figuring out something that will bring more value into other people's lives. So this is really heavy on your mind, and there may even be some kind of down feelings because you're like, I don't know how to do this. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know, you know, what I'm supposed to be doing as my thing. You know, I can't just do these other things that just pay the bills. And you know, and this is honestly something that is really awakening in most of the people who are waking up. I mean, that's kind of a point of it, where no more of the zombie, you know, just follow the herd and do what everybody else did before, you know. So also kind of understanding that everything is very much related to creating something that does not necessarily have a guidebook to it. So, for you, it's going to be important, first off, because all this energy is very like fast and now, and I just want this. And your friends might be a really good support to help ground you. You know, you'll probably have some inspirational friends who are just telling you, dude, just let it go. You don't have to worry about it. You know, because we really don't have to worry about things in our life. We really don't. We choose to because we want to control them. We choose to because we feel the pressure of other people looking at us thinking we should know what we want to do and, you know, whatever. But that's all our choice. And you really just have to slow down and trust that all the steps will bring you to what you need to be at just the right time. You know, and it's like I tell people a lot in readings, it's like you just don't know how like each one of these steps you're on has to be walked first to acquire this wisdom that you're going to be able to use later. You know, we always see this stuff in hindsight. You know, we look back and see how, oh, you know, if I hadn't have done that move, this other thing wouldn't have happened. That thing could never have happened. And now I wouldn't be having this experience to now do this other opportunity that just came to me. So just kind of understand there's no rush to anything. You know, think about so many people that rush into marriage. What happens, you know? I was just talking to someone about that today. It's like, I was like, anything you can do to slow down the mating process is always a really good move, you know? Anything we can do to just slow down. Even like I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and she was talking about, you know, she is probably the physically one of the most beautiful women on this planet, you know? And she was like, she's only been with one man. And she would say how, gosh, yeah, guys used to like, you know, get all on me and be like, oh my God, you're the only one I want. Oh my God, I'm so in love with you. They would just be so crazy wild on her. And she would always just go real slow and be like, nope, I'm not giving anything up, you know, period. And they would all, within a matter of days, trickle on and have nothing else to do with her. So by her owning that, she really learned that this is just something going on out there. You know, everyone's just like so fast and right at it. But the one that she ended up marrying, and the only one she's been with, is the one that stayed around when the message of it's going to go slow came about, you know. So you know, we have to learn that a lot about just going slow and allowing the right thing to attract to us at the right time. And if it helps, like, always just go back in time and look at your story and look at how, you know, even if like you didn't have a job and you were out like nonstop just trying to force something to happen, and then what ended up happening was something that was so synchronistic or like destined, you know, or like, and on that day you knew you should do this move or something. You know, so often we just keep busy and try to make things happen, and it just doesn't work that way. Sometimes we just have to keep waiting for just the right thing, and maybe it is years away. You know, even like I like to say that a lot with my business. Like in the beginning, 14 years ago, I was always trying to push it out there, push it out there, push it out there, because I felt this burden of everyone's like, you just need to do that. You just need to make that happen. You just need to. And it wasn't really finally, I mean, it wasn't really 100% that it started to really blossom in the world until I meditated first to find out what I should do. Like the moment I started that, like I heard everything. It was like, contact this person. Okay, do this. And then it just became effortless. And then it felt like I had so much more time. So, you know, you're going to have to think about that, not rushing right now. And your friends are probably going to be an inspiration to help you remember that. Right now there's going to be themes of like children, creativity, sex, love, and joy and happiness and feeling. If anything, that could be a message of whatever you are trying to accomplish now or manifest into your life. Try to hold a position of a childlike mentality of just trusting in the process and not getting worked up if things aren't, you know, just kind of have fun with it all, no matter what's showing up, and don't judge it as anything you have to make happen, because it's not going to work if you try to make it happen. So the relief point of all of this, because it's a big T-square with Pluto, and then Sun, Venus, Mars, and Uranus. That's all that pressure that's kind of thinking you need to be doing something out in the world and making an impact. Because there's going to be a global aspect of it in a way of, you know, what you're here to do. That's, you know, out in the world and not just some working at a cafe, you know, and making tips. But so the relief point is that it is going to be something that is with using your hands, and it's something that's going to be giving value to someone's life. So there can be something with like building something or creating something, something that's a foundational thing too, or provides structure to someone's life in some way. It could be something like that. But you don't have to worry about it. It'll come in its perfect timing. And money too, it could be that you're worried about money, and that's why this pressure is about. And if it's that, God, don't worry about money. Worrying about money is like one of the biggest mistakes of being human. You know, we really have to get over that one, because we always have the ability to bring in what we need when we need it. You know, it's like we really are protected in that arena. And if you just know it, then you never worry about it again. And so there is this part of you too that really just needs to take on a more higher vibrating way of money, and not thinking that there's not enough out there, but that in fact this is an abundant universe, and money is just this paper thing. And if you can just trust that it will show up when you need it, then it will. Because I don't know how that happens, but it happens. And you might too want to disassociate from money with what you are wanting to be doing. Because if you can do that, especially where all the planets are, it is very humanitarian based. It is very like affecting everybody and not just you. So if you can take away that addiction to thinking, but how will it bring money back into my life? How will it support me? If you can just like not go there on it, instead just do what you have a passion for and you love to do. You know, I tell people that all the time, just do what you love to do. Don't worry about the money. You know, if it will support you, that money will come a lot of times for us with these kind of different careers that are out there that we have to create on our own using our gifts. You know, you don't know how the money is going to come. So it's best if you can just not even think about that. Just know it will come and do what you love. Just do what you love. It doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. Do it what you love. If it's not bringing in money now, it still does not matter. It will, if it's what you're supposed to be doing. And I don't even mean to say it like that. If it's what you're supposed, if you love to do it, it's what you're supposed to be doing. Trust that the money will come in another angle when it is supposed to. But the more you can stay in that love vibe, the easier that money will be able to attract to you. Okay, so my favorite thing going on right now is with Saturn and Pluto are at a midpoint, and which is 11 degrees Sagittarius, and the opposite of that midpoint is 11 degrees of your sign. So what this is meaning is that it does link very much to relationships with other people that you are having, so that could even be joining with somebody who's wanting to be doing the same things as you. But what's going to happen, it can be even something with your partnership, but there's a trust aspect to this one. It's a really big trust issue thing. And the whole kind of point is in you needing to trust in yourself, because there's probably this kind of gray area you're over in and not really truly lined up with trusting in yourself and in your important piece of the puzzle. So first off, there's going to have to be you trusting that you do make the right decisions and that you can function fine in life. Because if we don't trust ourselves, that's such a bad statement to make, you know, because it's like, that makes it really hard to manifest the right thing. If you say, I don't trust myself, you know, that's like saying you don't trust your partner to be monogamous. Like, ew, like that's not fun. I don't trust him to not cheat on me. Then that's not probably the right one to be with, you know. So that trust word is going on right now with the energies. And along with this trust is you putting yourself forward as an authority and knowing that you do something special and unique to how other people are doing it. And by you just doing those two simple things, and I think there's this opening to working with others. You know, some part of this is with you joining with others. And if you can do that and trust that you will find the right people or the right thing to join with, and to put yourself, all of you, out there as we're doing this really awesome thing, like with this group mentality, like something about it can just like rise up and be even more powerful. But what's going to happen is that you are going to feel so much more confident about who you are. You know, the whole end result of all of this is that you are going to feel better about who you are, walking a little taller. There's probably slumped shoulders right now because you are like, I don't know if I'm good at anything, or if I have or whatever you're doing in your mind. But like by doing these simple things, you're just going to feel so much more confident with yourself, with your life, with how you treat people, you know, with what you're manifesting in life. So the end result is going to be a much more expanded Gemini, who has been for a year or so now really working on letting go of that dark side of the Gemini too. That's a big one that has to be let go. Transform that biatch part of you. I mean, whew. I always say, like, Geminis are the ones who have most hurt me. Like, that other twin side of the Gemini always goes for my throat when things get weird. But so this is just an amazing time to let go of some things that are just keeping you locked in a state that you don't really want to be in. And you need to open your mind and trust in the process of how everything's ticking along, knowing it's completely unique for you and what you need along the path, but you don't know what's 2 corners down. You know, you don't know what's just about to show up in your life. But if you can just kind of be feeling a little more confident with who you are and secure and trusting that you are doing something special and there is a reason for all of this, if you can just do that, all your opinions of yourself are gonna like explode, and then that energy will bring in everything you need a lot quicker, because we're not going to magnetize what we want if we don't feel good about ourselves, or if we don't trust ourselves, or if we don't trust our life path, you know. So there's going to be this like cementing, grounding of an awareness that just takes over your whole body, and suddenly everything that concerned you just won't even anymore. And then look for some exciting things to really start happening in a couple weeks with the new moon, because you are still kind of letting go of old pattern things that aren't what you need to be operating in the world with anymore. And then when the new moon comes, it'll be much more times to really start bearing your fruit, or start seeing things and like, oh, you know. So there will be a lot more clarity coming in 2 weeks. And right now it's just let go, seeing what needs to fall away, acknowledging what isn't healthy for your growth. Okay, so you have a beautiful full moon. Enjoy this ride and trust that it's exactly how it should be unfolding. And I will see you in 2 weeks for the new moon. Have a beautiful day.